Students, we are given this question. Prove that the ellipse x squared positive 4y squared is equal to 8 and the hyperbola x squared negative 2y squared equal to 4, they intersect orthogonally. Now, the meaning of the word orthogonal means they are intersecting perpendicularly, okay? That is at 90 degrees. Now, two curves can intersect at 90 degrees if the product of the slope is -1. So have that in mind. Now, let us now find the slope. Okay, find the slope of curve 1, x squared positive 4 times y squared is equal to 8. Now we need to differentiate. So when we differentiate, we get 2 times x positive 8 times y times dy over dx is equal to 0. So from here, 8 times y dy over dx is equal to negative 2x. I can rewrite this as dy over dx is equal to negative 2x divided by 8 times y. So this can be further reduced. It's going to be negative x divided by 4 times y. Now we are interested to find at a comma b. So that means this is going to be negative a divided by 4b. Now this is my m1. Okay. Now we need to find the slope of we can use the word v. Okay. We are given the second curve to be as x squared negative 2 times y squared is equal to 4. So when we differentiate, you have to differentiate this. In fact, you can say differentiating with respect to x. This would give me 2x negative 4 times y dy over dx is equal to 0. So negative 4 times y dy over dx is equal to negative 2x. The two negatives can be cancelled, giving me dy over dx to be equal to 2 times x divided by 4 times y, which is going to be x over 2 times y. Now we need to find the slope at a comma b. So at a comma b, this is going to be a divided by 2 times b. This is for m2. Okay. Now we have achieved m1, we have achieved m2. Okay. Therefore, we now find m1 multiplied with m2, which is equal to negative a divided by 4 times b multiplied with a divided by 2 times b, which is negative a squared divided by 8. 4 times 2 is 8, b squared. Here to find the value of a squared over b squared. Okay, now for that, we would start off by making the following assumption, which is let a comma b be the point of intersection of the ellipse and the hyperbola. Okay, so we have made this assumption. So now because of this assumption, my ellipse can be rewritten as, therefore the equation of the ellipse is rewritten, okay, rewritten as, in place of x I would substitute a, in place of y I would substitute b. So that's going to be a squared positive 4 times b squared is equal to 8. This is the ellipse equation. So let me take it, say some equation 2, and the hyperbola would be rewritten as a squared negative 2 times b squared is equal to 4. Let me take it as 3. Now I'm going to be solving 2 and 3. So when we solve 2 and 3, we will be getting, change the sign. This is negative, positive, positive, negative. A squared will be cancelled. This will give me 6b squared. 8 negative 4 would give me 4. So I have got b squared to be as 4 divided by 6. Okay. Now substituting b squared is equal to 4 divided by 6 in, say, a squared negative 2b squared is equal to 4, we get, okay, I'm going to substitute it in 3. So that means, this would mean I've got a squared negative 2 times, in place of b squared it's going to be 4 over 6, and that has to be equated to 4. This is a squared negative 8 over 6 is equal to 4. From here, a squared is equal to 4 positive 8 over 6. Now I can reduce this by 2 time table. 2 divides here 4 times, 2 divides here 3 times. So it's 4 positive 4 over 3. If I were to take the LCM, it's going to be 12 positive 4, which is 16 divided by 3. This is my a squared. Now if I were to take this as, say, 4 and 5, so therefore 5 divided by 4 is equal to, it's going to be a squared divided by b squared is equal to 16 over 3 divided by 4 over 6, which is a squared over b squared is equal to 16 over 3. When you flip it, it's going to be 6 over 4. 3 divides 6 2 times, 4 divides 16 4 times, so you get 8. So therefore a squared over b squared is equal to 8 over 1. This is what you've got. Now if I were to take this as 6, what we would do, using 6 in m1 m2 is equal to negative 1 over 8 times a squared over b squared, we get. So what do we get? In place of a squared over b squared, I would be substituting 8 over 1. 8 and 8 can be cancelled, giving me negative 1. This implies m1 m2 is negative 1. Therefore we can conclude, this in turn is going to imply the ellipse and the hyperbola intersect perpendicularly, or you can say orthogonally. Okay, and this completes the result for this question.